I had to do something today that many of us have to do from time to time. And look, it hurts, all right? I'm just going to be real straight and honest with you. I came into work a little late yesterday, and I came into work a little late today as well because I had to take my car to the shop. We do that, right? As Americans, we need to maintain our vehicles. And you want to see what hurts? I mean, this is the bill I got from the dealership, right? I know, it's just a one-time thing. It doesn't happen all the time, but this one's $1,600 in repairs because apparently they had to change the fluids in my transmission. It's a one-time thing. You only have to do it once in a while. What else they had to do? They had to go through some, they had to change an oil filter, gaskets. I guess, I don't know. All I know is I now feel like my car is properly maintained, and when my kids are in the back seat, I know that my brakes are not going to go out because apparently there is something called a brake battery. I didn't know. Did you know there was a special battery in the car just for the brakes? There was a battery just for the brakes, and it was bad, and it had to be replaced. So I replaced it, and I bit the bullet. And the last thing in the world I wanted to do was go to the dealer and pay this kind of money just to maintain my car, which to me, by the way, was running perfectly well, except it said time for, maintenance. You got to take it to the dealership. So I did. Why do I tell you this story? Well, here's why I'm telling you this story. Here's what we're learning right now. 2 whistleblowers have been coming forward over the last 24 to 48 hours. One of which, by the way, that we've contacted and has spoken to us and taken us through the preliminaries of this story. And he's coming on our show tomorrow. He's coming on Rick's List tomorrow to take us through more of this story. His name is Mike Mason. But what we understand is that some of the things that needed to be done, like I did with my car, proper maintenance to make sure it works well, may not have been done with this rig out in the Gulf of Mexico. And especially with that blowout preventer, which if it had worked properly, we wouldn't be in the mess that we're in. They even talk about tests that weren't done, performance tests that they're supposed to do every couple of months. And some of the information that they had not filled out. And even a battery, they say, just like my car's brakes, I changed the battery. I didn't like paying another $250, $300 for that. They apparently were supposed to replace a battery on the blowout preventer, and reportedly, they didn't. This has Congressman Bart Stupak, livid. Listen to what he told my colleague John Roberts this morning on American Morning.
You found that there were problems with the blowout preventer. What was going on with it?
Oh, the blowout preventer, it's almost comical, but unfortunately we have this economic and environmental disaster happening. The blowout preventer should come in and pinch off this pipe, cut it, and seal the well. And there's a couple of things. There's some dead men switches. Well, we find out the batteries didn't work. I mean, the blowout preventer was only down there since February. But in 3 months, the batteries went dead. Therefore, when you lost all power to it, the battery should have kicked in. That didn't work. A key valve was very loose. And didn't happen in the explosion. It was loose, so therefore it's leaking fluid. You didn't have the pressure on the hydraulic system to move those valves to pinch off this pipe. There's a design flaw. There's just a number of errors with this blowout protector, and the rules and regulations say when it's on the sea floor, you're supposed to check it every 3 days. They checked it, but they didn't run any critical tests, because if they would have realized that another part of it, another backup system to put these rams in there to cut off this pipe, was wired wrong. It was wired wrong before they even put it in the sea. It's just unfortunate a number of errors on this one safety device. The fail-safe system failed us.
You were about to see in that video right there how that fail-safe system works, by the way. You just saw the blowout preventer, those four levels you saw right there. They literally close the thing. Do we have that? Is there any way that we can show the viewers again how that thing works? That's not it. I don't know. Why are we showing this? Let's come back to me. Come back to me, Dan, if you could. Come back to me. There you go. Congressman Stupak continues on this. He says that the government's too close to the oil industry, and government regulators and regulating as well. And by the way, some 210,000 gallons a day has already been spilled. There's the video that we've been sharing with you. That's what's spewing into the Gulf of Mexico. And here's the video we talked about yesterday. BP has finally released it as early as tonight. Crews will try to take a slightly smaller pipe, insert it into the one that's spewing, and try and drain the oil into the ship on the surface. Yeah, of course. We've been told that all these things that they've tried before will work. So far, none of them have. So we'll just wait and see. Take a look at this.